Hello. Today I'm going to bring you a quick review of the Honeywell Captuvo SL22 Enterprise sled. Now this sled is designed to fit an iPod Touch, and it basically turns your iPod Touch into a regular handheld scanner and swipe card reader that you can use with any enterprise software application. They do make other sleds. They make one for the iPhone 5 and 5S, and this summer supposedly they're coming out with one for the iPad mini as well. Honeywell has come out with also this great packaging for it, which I have to say I'm pretty impressed with. It's very Apple-like in their presentation. You know, the nice thick box, well designed, the stuff inside it. It also comes with several different power adapters as well. So in order to get this to work, obviously you need the sled itself, which is available from Honeywell. This is the SL22. And then you also need, in this case, an iPod Touch. The iPod Touch 5th Gen is the current one as of the recording of this video. Something to note that the 16 gig models do not have the camera in the back. So if you want to use the camera for other functionality or other apps that might use it, for example, I think some Oracle software in the future probably will be coming with camera support, you'll need to get the 32 gig model or better, the 5th Gen. Now this is a great little device, but it does not have any cellular connectivity on its own. It only uses Wi-Fi, so keep that in mind. And it's real easy to use here. So the sled, just to give you a quick tour of the sled, it's got a lightning adapter at the bottom that the iPod Touch connects into. It's got this part up here, which is a little locking mechanism that keeps the iPod Touch in there nice and secure. It's got two buttons on either side here to activate the scanner, which you'll see in a little while. If you're using the other sled that they make for the iPhone 5, you'll also see the volume rocker buttons over here. The bottom, you've got ports for the headphone jack, the speakers, and then you've also got a micro USB port for charging, which is nice. You can use any standard micro USB cable to charge it, and it will charge both the sled and the iPod Touch kind of all in one swoop. So you don't need the lightning adapters to charge the Touch. It also comes with a battery. That's inside here. And on this side, you'll see a pretty advanced scanner from Honeywell. This is probably their best or one of the best scanners they make. And you'll see that in use in a minute. Really works very well, works from a great distance. And then down here you'll also see a magnetic stripe reader to be able to read credit cards if you have like a POS system or something like that that you want to use with it. So, to get this to work, it's pretty simple. You just take your iPod Touch and you slide it right into the top here. It goes in real nice and easy, and then you just close up the top part like this, snap it in, and it's in here nice and secure. It's not going anywhere in there. You also notice on the back there's a couple screws. If you turn the screws in, you can actually lock it in so that it locks the device in for anti-theft purposes. And it's got kind of a different screw head in the back too, so you can't just use a regular Phillips head to get it out. So now that that's in here nice and secure, you can see it just operates like a regular iPod Touch. Honeywell has their own browser software, Captuvo Scan. There's also another app, TinyTerm Enterprise, and that's a great application, enterprise application, that also has a browser and scanning support. It also has like VT100 emulation on it as well if you need to connect to a mainframe system and support scanning. So that's a great application. I'm going to show you Captuvo Scan today.
I should also note that browser apps on iOS devices, currently up to iOS 7, even though they're their own browser, they essentially use Safari in a web view, and mobile Safari is an approved browser for Oracle's PeopleSoft Enterprise. In iOS 8, it should be possible, if Honeywell decides to do it, using extensions, to build the scanning support directly into Safari via an extension. So hopefully we'll see that once iOS 8 comes out this fall. In the meantime, you need to use a third-party browser to get scanning support. Either this Captuvo browser, and you can hide the navigation bar at the top if you want in the Captuvo browser, or TinyTerm Enterprise, which is also a great solution.
When we get that going here, and I'm going to show it to you with PeopleSoft Mobile Inventory. And you can see it just pulls right up the PeopleSoft mobile inventory login screen. I'm going to go ahead and log in here. And this is running PeopleSoft 9.2.006. And you can see just a regular HTML5 type application. So here you see the standard PeopleSoft mobile inventory screen. It'll be nice when they actually have native applications for this rather than the HTML5 apps, but this works certainly well enough. In my experience, it seems to be a lot better than some of the old school scanners that you see in use today. So if I want to do an item stock inquiry, just tap item stock inquiry. It'll pull up that page. Tap in the item number field. See, it populates the business unit there already. Then I go to my barcodes. And I just happen to have a sheet of barcodes printed up already here. And you can have these barcodes for basically anything you want. They actually can be relatively small too. These are printed pretty big, but I've tested the scanner on some pretty small sizes, even just like small, less than an inch long barcodes, maybe 3/4 of an inch or so, and it seems to work really well on those as well. Just like any other scanner, you can have barcodes for your item IDs, you can have them for your par locations, anything that you need to scan. You can scan with this. So take these barcodes, put it up right there, say, point the scanner at it, press the side button, and I've got 3033 right in that field. So what it does is whatever field you happen to have your cursor in, as soon as you press the button, it just scans the barcode into that field. So mobile inventory, I press fetch, and there we go. There's 150 eaches in that storage location right there. Doc A1B1C1. There, now I've got my barcode set up. Let's do a quick adjustment here. So I click Adjustments. And we're not going to do a scrap. We are going to do an increase. And let's see, storage location. And you can see that we've got storage location down here, Doc A1B1C1. So I'll just scan that in. You can see, scan that. And item number, scan that one there, 033. See our unit of measure, we'll look that up since I didn't have a barcode for that. We'll pick box, we'll put in 5 boxes. Other browsers may default the keyboard to be differently depending on the type of the field. We'll save it, and save successful. So now we've adjusted our inventory up by 5 boxes for this item in this location, all by using the scanner. So you can see it's pretty easy to use, and you can see that what it does is every field that you happen to have your cursor in is what it scans into. So if I happen to be in the item number field, and I scan, press the button, you can see it scans right into that field. If I pick storage location there you go. So you can see it's a pretty nice little scanner. Works very well. They say that Honeywell says that it can read regular 1D, PDF, 2D, postal, and OCR symbology barcodes. This is 128B here that I'm using. It scans it great. I've also used it with much smaller barcodes, less than an inch long. Seems to work very well on those as well. You can also see that it scans very quickly. They say it scans at least 1 a second. And at scanning 1 barcode per second, the internal battery should last more than 8 hours. So if you're scanning continuously 1 barcode a second for 8 hours, well, you probably need a rest. It's also got contacts down here that I didn't show before, so you can just rest it in a cradle to charge. So one of the other things to show here is because you're using an iPod Touch with a touchscreen, not only can you use this device for your inventory storerooms, your warehouses, point of sale systems, but if you happen to be in a place that does mobile delivery, maybe you deliver goods out of the warehouse or out of the storeroom up to a floor of your building. just like UPS does, you can have the delivery person go and get a signature right from the person as it's being delivered. So when they get there, you can say, oh, I'm going to attempt delivery or perform delivery. You can perform it. That's what I'm delivering. Here's the point for the signature. You can see the user could, or the person you're delivering to can put their signature in there. And that signature goes right into the PeopleSoft database, so you can go and look it up anytime. You can see exactly who signed for it. So you can see this is a great scanner. I think the iPod Touch works very, very well as a mobile device. Probably one of the best devices I've seen. In my opinion, it really is the best device. It seems to work better than all the other types that I've seen, like the old Windows mobile devices and so forth with the keyboard and everything. And it also lets you be a lot more versatile. So not only can you use the mobile inventory application from PeopleSoft, from Oracle, but you can also use all their other applications like mobile approvals, as well as their HR applications on it, and your other enterprise apps as well. So I think this is a great choice. You can see that they actually have made a really well-designed device here. So that is the Honeywell Captuvo SL22 sled being used with an iPod Touch for a scanner for PeopleSoft mobile inventory. You can see how handy this is going to be for use in either inventory or POS sales applications. It also makes that iPod Touch really durable. Honeywell says that it can be dropped by up to 4 feet with no damage. I really do believe that this type of scanner really is the next generation of scanning, and that the old-fashioned models that you used to see with the keyboard and stuff below are going to be going by the wayside. And I think that the iPod Touch, or the iPhone, either way, is really a great way to do this. iOS devices are inherently very secure. Enterprises tend to like them already. And I really think this is a great way to add scanners into your organization or to replace existing scanners. The other nice thing about this too is because it is an iOS device, you can have whatever other enterprise applications you need on here. So if you need mobile approvals to be able to approve requisitions on here, or your company directories or whatever, you can do it all through here. And because because iOS is secure, you can also lock these down so people can't add their own apps. They can only run the ones that you want them to run. You can even lock it into guided user mode so it can only run one app if you wanted. People could get their email on here too if you had a device per person. So, I mean, it really is a great multi-purpose device that people can use not just for scanning, but also for some of their other day-to-day work if they're using it. I would recommend this. Hope you've enjoyed the review. And again, that's the Honeywell Captuvo SL22 Enterprise Sled for the iPod Touch, as well as the iPod Touch itself running Oracle's PeopleSoft Enterprise Mobile Inventory 9.2.006.